What's up, guys? Today we're gonna talk about what? We're not that cool. No, we're not cool enough for director's chairs. We're gonna talk about 5 things that I hate about my ladies G37 Sedan. This is this is my girlfriend's car that I have modified. If you want to see a walk around video, I'll post it right there. But this list is not really going to include things that I've done to the car, because it's a little bit cheesy when you do a modification and then complain about it.
Like, I hate this
because you signed up for it.
Yeah, you did it yourself. So this is kind of more of a general things about a G37X that might be slightly irritating.
So number 1, what I really dislike about the car, and this is kind of a common Infiniti theme and Nissan theme that I've noticed.
Yeah, it really is.
The seat is torn, and I know that kind of comes with the caveat of, like, you should probably condition the leather, so like you really need to know what you're signing up for.
Yes, but like I've really noticed this a lot more.
They happen a lot on Infiniti leather.
Nissan, my 300ZX seat is
Nissan
terrible.
Infiniti leather. It's not like BMW leather where like it just holds up.
I mean, this has been sitting in the sun forever, and like the seats, great.
So that's it's it's not a huge deal, but at the same time, and the car is 11 years old, so
yeah. But I think when you have something, especially within like the Infiniti, Acura, you know what I mean, like kind of
when you're in a premium line, you should expect the leather to at least be a little
hold up a little better than this, you know.
Going along the same vein, number 2 on the list is this steering wheel surround. It is scratched to high hell. You see right here, it's just like scratched. So if you pull back a little bit and just get the whole steering wheel, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just the whole trim is scratched. I know that there's a solution where you can basically kind of just take the piece off and repaint it. We'll get to there eventually.
But again, it's that thing where you have a luxury, a Japanese luxury brand, and that's kind of one of those things I feel like, especially for only 11 years old, you shouldn't necessarily be dealing with. But again, like the 350 is very similar. Where all the 350 plastics, they just scratch very easily.
And they actually, Infiniti, I'll give them props, they actually solved this in 2011. The steering wheel surround stopped scratching so easily.
Did it?
2010 was kind of the last year they did it. So it is a little bit more specific to earlier model G37 sedans and probably the G37 Coupe as well, because it uses the same steering wheel. But regardless, presentationally, you're looking at a luxury car. You shouldn't have a torn seat. You shouldn't have a torn or a scratched up steering wheel. So
and I don't think really 11 years is really that. I mean, I drive a bunch of old crap. What do I know? But like, I don't think 11 years is really old enough for that to have that kind of thing happening.
Totally.
If you hit me at like 20 years, and you're like, yeah, that seat's turning, I'd be like, oh yeah, it's 20 years old. Like, okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The third thing on the list is going to be the front bumper, and this is more of a personal thing for me, and this is something you guys can look out for if you're kind of on the hunt for a G37 sedan. But I have the non-sport bumper, which looks great.
I think it still looks good.
It still looks great. It looks better because I had the grille painted, blacked out, and I threw an easy lip on, because there's only really, as far as specific lips are concerned, I don't think
there's anything specific to this car, is there?
There are 3. There might be 4. There's a carbon like spoon style one. There's an OEM optional front lip, which actually was OEM G37. Like
but that's not like aftermarket option.
No, it looked like a Type R lip. If you guys know your Hondas, kind of looks like a Type R lip. Okay. They just released one recently that follows the curves and kind of looks like a splitter, which is cool. Okay. And then there might be a 4th one out there that there's one that's kind of like more edged, so it looks like the fake. You know the fake Mugen lip that they used to have, the ones without the slats?
Yeah, and we actually had a, what year, WRX?
I had picked up a 06 WRX, the Hawkeye.
Yeah, front lip for
Hawkeye front lip.
Which we had to modify. You can make that work, but the first time you basically drove it home, it also decided to...
Yeah, it's the kind of modification that you need to reinforce from the inside of the bumper, or else it's just going to come right off, and it literally did like a week later.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Which prompted the Easy Lip, which has been pretty great.
The Easy Lip has been pretty fantastic because I actually do a lot of driving where I enter parking lots and I find myself more often than not hitting the parking bump.
Yeah.
And the Easy Lip does just fine. I have a steep driveway going in and out of my place.
Yeah.
I scratch the lip every time, but it's totally fine. So as far as the non-sport front bumper is concerned, I feel like I have the best lip option you could have for my lifestyle. So
but the sport bumper would be...
The sport front bumper is
very cool.
It might be on the list. I'm thinking
might
like
put a picture in there so
yeah.
you can see it. But like yeah, the sport bumper is very cool.
Yeah, and maybe in like a few years I do the sport bumper and like some intakes or something. I don't know.
Once we get there.
The fourth thing that I don't like about the car, and it's kind of specific.
It's kind of a weird one to me because like you would think that they should, but they don't.
Yeah, and I understand you don't really need to have it, but at the same time, if you're going to have a sedan, I like to have the option of being able to put things that are bigger than the trunk in the trunk. So the back seats don't fold down. You only get a little spot with the center armrest where if you had like skis or like
here's 2x4s. Here you go. You can carry 2x4s.
If you wanted like to put a few golf clubs in there, I mean a golf club bag would fit in
sideways, but yeah, like it's kind of. I just think it's kind of weird because that's something that is pretty common, I think, these days.
Yeah, seats
where you can
down.
just move some seats down and have a lot more room.
Yeah. So the back seats don't fold down. It's kind of a specific one. It's whatever.
It's one of those things though where like it'd be nice to have it.
Yeah. No, I'd prefer it if it did because there have been opportunities where I needed the space and I didn't have it.
Yeah.
So,
which is interesting because again, sedan is usually like the practical option for something, and
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
And then suddenly it's not so practical.
So finally, the fifth item on the list for things that I don't like about the G37 sedan is actually
the G37
X sedan specific.
Yeah.
And that is the just complete lack of aftermarket support. There isn't, you know, I say complete, but it's really not complete. You do have some suspension options, but when it comes to the rear-wheel drive sedan, you've got tane this, tane that. You've got all kinds of spring options you can do, coilover options, etc., etc. With this, you only have really one good set of springs that you can get for an X sedan, and that's the Swift springs.
And one set of coilovers.
Like one set of coilovers. You got BC coilovers. You've got Swift springs. If not, you're buying Monzos or Megans, and
we told you about the Monzos.
We'll link the Monzo review. We tried the Monzos. They're terrible.
That's
you want to save yourself a click, but they're really bad. The Megans, just spend the extra $150.
I mean, how much was this? Like $300?
They were like 338 shipped.
For springs, for a car,
and Megans are like 210.
Yeah,
I would spend the extra. Just spend the extra $120, $130 and get the Swifts because the ride quality is great. I've had them for about 17,000 miles now, and like they're pretty great.
And like I said though, that's kind of the end of your options. You don't have a lot of stuff really available for the G37X.
Yeah. So if you're looking at, for example, an automatic G37X sedan with a non-sport front bumper, you're pretty limited. As far as modifications are concerned, a lot of the stuff that I've done has actually been a little bit more on like the universal side.
Yeah.
So let us know what you guys think. If you have any pet peeves about your G37 sedan that you want us to know about, maybe I completely forgot something on the list.
True.
Let us know what you guys thought of the video regardless in the comments down below.
But also, if you guys know a place where we can find secret G37X sedan parts, let us know that too.
That would be cool.
Because we might not know. That's fine.
Yeah, I've got a few things on the list that I want to do, but I'm pretty close to. I'm very close to being happy with how the car is set up.
Happy and done. I think it looks great.
Yeah, I think exterior is done. I'm thinking maybe intakes, maybe a sport bumper conversion.
Intakes would sound really cool on this. Because like, you know, the VHR's dual intakes sound good. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Let us know what you guys thought of the video in the comments down below. And if you liked the video, please make sure to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one.
We appreciate you guys.